Hello, I am back with another video love note for today. So here's what I've been thinking about. Like naming your season, labeling your season. Like what season or cycle are you going through? Or what I'm going through. So I've been sharing that, yeah, it's been a year of going through stuff. And what I know it's helpful is when I label it, like instead of feeling victim to it, of like, oh, all this stuff is happening to me, the economy, the industry's changing, I'm changing. It's like, no, this is the year I turned 60. This is the year that it's like, all right, what does kick-ass babe in her 60s look like, right? Or is there another name for this season that is coming to mind? So that's what I'm playing with, is naming the season. I brought that to a coaching call today, and several of my clients have been playing with that this week of naming their season of, one is going through a season of her family's going through a health crisis, all different things. And so she's choosing to be present. And it's really easy when you're an entrepreneur to beat yourself up and say, I'm not doing all this stuff for my business. And, we're at choice. And so when you're choosing to be with your family, like choose it, and label it so that you can let go of this dance with the devil, this like, dancing with, dueling with shame and guilt and pressures and things like that. So this season, after I came back from the Camino, it felt like there was this end of the chrysalis, there was a truly melting down period. And now it feels a little more like, okay, and I'm coming through this on the other side, still not the full emergence of the butterfly, but I'm seeing some form, I'm seeing some shape, and I'm claiming it, as this creative, curious time where the new is taking shape. And there's something about labeling it. I know that was kind of a messy label. So there's a couple of them going on, right? The kick-ass babe in my 60s, what does life look like in that way? But then also this curious, creative place, like, what am I creating now? And yeah. And a question I've been playing with is not like, why is this happening? I was watching a movie the other day. Some of you might know this movie, The Last Holiday, with Queen Latifah and Latifah. And I just love that movie, and she's, gets this diagnosis and she only has 3 weeks to live and upends her life and goes for all her dreams within 3 weeks, and all these amazing things happen. And she, at one point, when she first gets her diagnosis, she's like, why? She's in church, and she's in the choir, and she's like, why, God? Why, God? Why is this happening to me? Of course, she didn't get an answer, right? She took it in her hands to say, all right, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with it now, right? And then she went off to the Czech Republic and did a dream, stepped into her dream, right? And I feel like that question is something around, instead of why, it's more like, how is this happening for me? Or maybe it's, why is this happening? I don't know. I'm not big in the why question sometimes. It's like, how is this happening for me? Is the question that I've been writing in my journal. How is this happening for me? So it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. All these changes, all these things that like I just don't want to do anymore, and things that I do want to do, like painting and, brainstorming and journaling and dialoguing with the universe in my journal. And so this is all part of that stage. So if I could share my bit of wisdom, it would be to label where you're at. And there's something about labeling it that gives yourself permission to not be it's like you're choosing it, right? You're choosing it, and you're co-creating with the universe, co-creating with the circumstances, rather than it all happening to you. So that's what I'm playing with today. Hope that helps you.